What's going on, everybody? It's a do or die edition of the Recap Lunch Hour with Guff, me, Ryan McGuffey, as I prepare. I think I'm going to go over to Wrigley Field today as we get set for a win or go home situation at Wrigley Field between the Cubs and the Padres. I know there's a lot of angst, it looks like, in the chat. We're going to get to that here shortly. You saw what happened yesterday. The Padres beat the Cubs 3-0. Dylan Cease did enough to turn it over to the Padres bullpen, who was absolutely fantastic. And I think you're going to see a similar approach today from both teams. Yu Darvish, Jameson Taillon, and the opportunity here to get to a bullpen. Who's going to get the early lead? Who's going to turn it over to their bullpen first? Now, we know at this point that the San Diego Padres bullpen is taxed. The Cubs, I don't know what was the decision yesterday. I don't think that Craig Counsell, and I've said it too many times on this show, I would have never even put Shota Imanaga in position to be in the game yesterday. I would have started Colin Ray. I know they're full of lefties. It is what it is. The decision was made. They had Kittredge do the opener, who had a career 5.26 ERA in those situations. We turned it over to Shota, and instead of playing the metrics and having Colin Ray up and ready to go, you went with your gut, and your gut beat you. Once it got to 3-0, it might as well have been 10-0. And I know there's a lot of angst about Ian Happ, etc., but let's get to the chat as we get to you, and it's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations October 7th, this coming Tuesday. We've been saying it for a while. We will be in Downers Grove with Studio 41 Football Recap Live. Cap, Tom Waddle, Alex Brown, myself, and Katie will all be there. Make your plans to be with us. Order.hooters.com. Have it delivered to your door before the 4 o'clock start today. What's up, Eric? Let's all be positive and just find a way to win a damn baseball game. Plain and simple. I don't care how they perform. Just find a way to damn baseball game. And you know what? That's what we're talking about, Eric, because we can sit there and harp on the negative of yesterday, but then you forget 2 days ago the positive of winning and the attitude we all felt. Someone's got to win today. Someone's going on, someone's going home. If the Cubs win, tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun here. If the Cubs lose, it's going to be a lot of I told you so. The real Phil Sim. There's definitely a reason that you want to get the lead against the Padres. The bullpen definitely has some dudes. Mason Miller is untouchable. Not to be a real president and GM, that's what makes Preller definitely one of the best in the business. And that's why haves and have-nots. The Padres went and got the best guy in the game. They gave up a lot to get him, but this is the time of year when it shows. Look at Garrett Crochet. The Red Sox gave up a lot to get him. Look at what he went out and did. He's a dude. Still believe the winner of this series beats the Brewers. I've heard a lot of people say that they're more confident in the Cubs beating the Brewers than they are beating the Padres, and I understand that. Feeling the winner of Dodgers-Phillies represents the NL in the World Series. That series will be epic. We think so. Still convinced if they lose today, Jed and Tommy will say it was a great season. By the way, Guff to the Settlers still play basketball on the West Side, asking for a friend. Phil will be there Tuesday. Not a surprise. Landon is unsubscribed from CHSN until the Bulls and Hawks show me something different and better. To your point, Phil, about the Bulls, they have open training camp. Joe Cowley, our guy, did a Bulls recap podcast that will drop later tonight on the channel. Speaking of things on the channel, check out the latest episode of Intercepted with Kevin Byard and Tyreek Stevenson. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm not kidding. Tyreek Stevenson, the maturation level he's made in his short time with the Bears, they get deep into the Hail Mary debacle last year. Really good stuff. If you haven't checked it out, make your plans to check it out on the channel. Kudos to the Settlers. Asking fan for patience 6 years into the job. That gets talked about by Joe. Picks to click. Jim Angio, our director, going with PCA. Boog and JD going with Tucker. Pat Castell and the Beer Money crew and I are going with Ian Happ. Wow, those are three guys that need to step up. Breck, Guff, 6 years since that epic European vacation. Holy crap, it is the all-time 40th trip where we went and saw the Blackhawks open the season in Prague, and the Chicago Bears play the Raiders in London. That was an all-time trip. Tyler, please tell Cap you cannot be upset with Counsell letting Shota pitch to Machado and be the same guy, always complaining about managers relying too much on analytics and not trusting their gut. Okay, that's fine. But Tyler, every single thing, including most people's guts, told us Shota should not be facing Machado in that situation. I understand the flip-flop of some things that are said. Counsell trusted his gut yesterday. Shota had owned Machado up until that at bat. I liked Counsell's decision to trust the player in that moment. Take that. That's fine. I'm going to bitch you in the ass. And he said that after the game. Machado, in the in-game interview with Jesse Rogers, said he saw the same splitter in the previous at bat and was looking again for that same pitch. Elevated. Guess what happened? That same pitch. Elevated. I'm just telling you. Like Cap says, have a fight to the bat rack today and get off to a fast start. 100%. Someone's got to make them. The Cubs making an early statement would be huge in this game. You got the crowd on your back, a late Thursday afternoon crowd. Everyone's going to be a little bit extra lubed up, ready to go. Wet the palate. Becky says Counsell's not worth $40 million. She doesn't trust him anymore. It's what you do that speaks louder than what you say. It's the mindset the Cubs need today if they want to win this game, plain and simple. Wishing the Cubs more luck in their next game. You've got this from a Sox fan. Rick, aloha from Honolulu. The very little respect I garnered for Craig Counsell quickly disappeared when he let Shota face Machado. Plus, PCA needs to sit for the last game and not be in the clutch to strike out. Let me tell you something. I said this yesterday when we did the live podcast after the game. Who are you going to replace PCA with? Because he's not doing it offensively, but the guy is a platinum glove center fielder. So at least he's doing that well. Who are you going to replace PCA with? I know offensively he looks lost. I'm being honest. I don't mind people say, fire this guy, bench that guy. What's the alternative? Cubbies got to get the bats going. Yu Darvish is fine, but easily beatable. Head-to-head, I'm taking Tyone every day. Difference is the top four of the lineup can't be cold as ice like yesterday. And that was the difference in the game, Nathan, yesterday as well. The top three in the Padres lineup was 0 for 1 in game 1, 0 for 11 in game 1, 4 for 11 with, I believe, 4 runs scored. All 3 runs scored, and the 2-run homer by Machado. Fingers crossed will be a tough to lose this series with so many home games for the Cubs. Lots of money for the owners. Awful decision to let Shota pitch to Machado based on vibes. But I'm not going to pretend like that was the nail in the coffin. If they yank him and the homer never happens, Cubs still lose 1-0. Likely, we don't know. 1-0 was a lot different than 3-0. The Dead says, I want to see some small ball today. PCA, yeah, go for a bunt hit today. Do something to get yourself out of a funk, get on base, use your talented wheels to get yourself into scoring position. Agreed with that. I absolutely agree with that. I think both teams are evenly matched. The teams that step up in the clutch will definitely win. Yeah, the Reds, they were not much of a fight for the heavily powered LA Dodgers. I knew the Reds were cooked when they had bases loaded, nobody out last night and got nothing. Everyone's got nerves. Everyone's feeling it today. I think one of the main issues people have with Counsell, he's one of the worst communicators of any manager out there. Dismissive, short, bothered by any questions. At least yesterday he manned up and said that the results meant they should have gone with a different decision. Pablo says, I don't put all my chips into what the Pat McAfee show says, but it love that they are telling people to be careful when they play the Bears. We need some good news in Chicago, so everybody put those hands together at 4:08 for our brothers and sisters from the north side. I wish the wild card series was just one and done. I don't. Are the Aviators making an appearance? It's been a tough week. That's my fault for betting overs in a series where bullpens are dominant and offense is scarce on the north side. Hope the Cubs don't have to deal with Mason Miller today. My guess would be they will. Darvish has a 6.60 ERA in the first, a 7.20 in the second. Cubs need to jump on him hard after that great research there, Nathan. He shoved enough that his pitch counts between the two games aren't high enough to keep him out of a must-win game. Agreed. Everybody, it's all hands on deck. It needs to be 5-0 after the second. That'd be huge. Yu Darvish is like 40 years old. You know what's funny? I don't know if him and Tyone are all that much different. He might be 35, Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish is... Oh, you're right. He is 39 years old. There you go. Becky, hat tip to you. Jameson Tyone's 33. Bases and act like lunatics. Darvish is slow to the plate. If anyone can butt their way on and use their speed, Darvish will have issues. Check out the new Intercepted. It is really good. I'm not just blowing smoke. It's really good. Godfather, as I said yesterday, Cub pitching doesn't stack up to Padres. Thank you, Mr. Ricketts. Maybe the bullpen. Starters, though. Bottom line is the Cubs got to put some wood on the ball. Pitching and defense really has been good. It's that they can't hit off these San Diego pitchers to save their lives. San Diego bullpen. I would emphasize bullpen. Cease and Miller made the Padres the Cubs' daddies. Put on an absolute clinic. Yeah, the Cubs thought that Cease was going to be wild. They got in control Cease. He only went 3 2/3 to get to that bullpen. I know the Brewers don't want to play against San Diego pitching, so we have to win today. I don't think the Brewers like any of these matchups. 10-2, 25, and still under the luxury tax. If they score like 5 to 8 runs, they should win. Between 5 and 8. If they score 5 to 8 runs, they better win. Starting pitching does stack up against the Padres. The bullpen, forget it. Padres bullpen is the best in baseball, period. Just get a lead today early and stay away from them after the 5th. I agree with that 100% dead. What a bullpen Ricketts could have built. Not to mention the starting staff, too. Lip Ripper, good to have. Oh! Lip, why did you bury the lead that you got married? He's been on the honeymoon the last 2 weeks. Watched the Bears kick off at midnight in Poland, wondering if I should head back. The one, oh, don't be afraid to come on back, Lip. We miss you. You're a big part of this show. But hey, next time you're getting married, don't let the community know. Ricketts will go into the offseason with a lower payroll than this year. The only good BP arm available was Scott and Finnegan. Finnegan was, I think you're talking about, Finnegan went to Detroit. Lip, hope you had a great time. So do I. Probably so. Pablo, hope the entire REKAP fam's been having a great week. We have best non-wing, non-drink item on the Hooters menu. Headed there today. Non-wing, non-drink. Maybe the burger. You're not ready for today? Be ready, man. Isn't it awesome to be nervous? I forgot what it's like to have playoff baseball. Forgot what it's like to have feelings about baseball. Breck knows. LC, just a fun thought. You look at the playoffs and the rivalries, Boston versus New York, Detroit, Cleveland, Cubs, and maybe Milwaukee. What do you think of Cubs, Sox, Worlds? Oh, dear God. We'd be on tilt. Ricketts slept at the deadline, have to start a reliever. No, you didn't. You could have started Colin Ray and not gone to Shota because the analytics and numbers told you he had been struggling. And then you had to go to an opener with Kittredge, who I don't know why you picked Kittredge. I would have picked Soroka. Guy's been a starter before. Put it all out there today, says Kyle. There's no tomorrow. Let's get it, Cubbies. Sean, Mason Miller will probably not pitch tonight. I disagree. Unless the Cubs have a big lead, I disagree. We should have expected this wasn't going to be a blowout win, but the Cubs can beat these guys. Glad for the 4 p.m. start so I can watch the game uninterrupted, says Jess. Lip, it was a blast. Landed last night, so I'm a tad bit jet lagged. Love it. Kyle, did we expect anything less? Chicago sports always loves the drama and never makes it easy. Sports broadcast solution. Is Michael King available to pitch out of the pen today for the Padres? Are they saving it? There's no saving anybody. This is all hands on deck. You've heard both managers say that. You can't worry about a game you're not scheduled to play in right now. Both teams have suitcases lined up in the bunkers of Wrigley Field. Are they going to Milwaukee or are they going home? One's doing one and one's doing the other. I have all the confidence in the world that we win today. I like it, Rick. We need more confidence on this show. Hitting needs to come alive against Darvish early because I know a damn fact we aren't hitting Miller or that other guy. I like it. I hope he comes in from the bullpen with on the back of his jersey says that other guy. KB and Stevenson was awesome. Love Tyreek's attitude and look forward to seeing them against Washington. Thanks, Kyle. It's a really good show. Jess is bitter with Jed and Ricketts from July, but it doesn't matter now. It's time for the Cubs to shake off the L and put it all on the line. Dig deep, get fired up. We can do this, Cubs. Ricketts on field before game 1 and 2 with his chest puffed out. Where was he at the deadline? Hiding. Godfather's the best. I need the bet of the day like I need life support. Padres money line. I don't hate it. I'm going to go to the NFL today, though. Unconventional. People forget there's an NFL game unless you have baseball love. Or don't have baseball love. Love it as usual, Godfather. Jess, I agree. I'm more pissed at Jed, though. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and Ricketts probably wanted Jed to not spend. Kurt, all I'm going to say is that they better get a lead early because if San Diego gets one, it'll be over quickly. The hook on Cease was fast. Wait till you see the hook on Darvish if they get the lead. And that's to the point, whoever brought up Michael King, he's probably right. First guy up if it's trouble brewing for you, Darvish. They didn't score any early runs yesterday, so maybe they're saving them for today. There we go, Becky. Again, Darvish is slow to the plate. Just bunt for a hit, cause havoc on the base path. That's what you have to do against Darvish. Manufacture runs. Mark's going to the game. There we go. Welcome to the chat, Mark. After the season ends, who do you think are the non-tender candidates? I need to pull them up. The season's not over yet, Sean. Laz. Still would rather have seen Bregman at third than the kid, especially for postseason. Too many holes in the offense so far. Where's Theo when with the offense is broken? Matt Shaw has not been the problem. Lineup is out, same as yesterday. A lot of times you do see consistency in the playoffs. I was just going to get to the lineup, and I was beaten, and that's fine. Hooters, great spot to watch playoff baseball. Now you got NFL, just 4 o'clock start, parlay that puppy all the way in to Rams-Niners tonight. You also have Red Sox, Yankees in a winner go home. All at Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you, the headquarters for playoff baseball and anything football. They got the coldest beer, the greatest food, and the iconic Hooters girls. Make sure you check out their lunch specials, the OG wings, the boneless wings, and the burger, 11 to 3 every single day. Of course, the drink of the month, which I'm still waiting for. Let me see if my favorite. Nope, still waiting for the drink of the month this month. It's $8, always at Hooters, and the Big Daddy mugs. Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I was going to say Summerfest because it still feels like summer here. And Dos Equis, originalhooters.com, order.hooters.com, proud partner of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. Your chin stubble needs to wear the... Some of you guys have been commenting on the clean shaven. This channel finally went to the playoffs, right? For the first time ever. First time in 3.5 years. Kyle, I love that this channel, if I get to cover a playoff team, nevertheless, I'll be disappointed with an early exit. Let's think positive here. Kyle, loved your passion yesterday, Guff, after the Cubs game. I thought you would throw your phone like Cap used to do when he got pissed off. I was close. I was mad. I was mad about what Council said. Join the membership crew. I promise you, there's stuff coming. Stuff behind closed doors. We got a small group right now. We need to pound the pavement. We need more of you to join. Become a member. Join the Recap family. There you see it right there. That's the link. Any of our videos, it's there for you every single time. It'll click join. Boom. Become a member of exclusive behind-the-scenes content. If I remember from this time here, or his time here, Darvish has trouble holding runners down, hoping we get some traffic on the base path early. Love the intensity you're bringing today, Guff. Very Ben Johnson halftime interview. Love it. Let's have expectations. Thanks for the show. You're welcome. Do we need to do something different? What do you think? None of this should come as a surprise to any of us. This has been the Cubs offense for the last 3 months. We also have the fire as well. No, it's not the same as the major teams, but still good for Chicago. Bullpen is capable of shutting down, but the hitters have to go above and beyond. The bullpen is solid enough, so I don't have a problem with them. I'll get to that after the season. Can our offense wake up? Why is Ian Happ in the 3 spot? Ian Happ earned the 3 spot in his second half. He's been tough this playoffs. Over 8, 5 strikeouts. I know. Rick, the Cubs bullpen is probably one of the underrated groups in the game. Aaron, we got to get an early lead because it'd be nice. Everyone is on the same page here about an early lead. By the way, Aaron, welcome to the chat. Everyone's happy for our guy Lip Ripper, of course. Of course. Cubs are usually good after a loss. Aaron Lopez, thank you for that. You're right. Breck, as he said, feelings must be nice. Agreed. I've lost those a long time ago. Andrew, same freaking lineup, dude. Who you got? You want to move people around? Chairs on the Titanic? Is that what we're doing? I understand. You can be mad at certain players, but this whole lineup hasn't hit. Bubs, hey, Guffy, you and Cap should be receiving a coffee care package from Little Sisters Coffee soon. Yes, we went through that email together. Katie got us hooked up, communicated with you guys, and I love it. Thomas is holding out hope for a 2016 rematch as the Guardians go for the series win today. With Sox getting new owners, hopefully sooner rather than later, they are closer to the World Series than us. That's 2029. Nothing's happening with the Cubs. Or White Sox, I'm sorry. If the Cubs hit Darvish in the first or second, see how quick the hook is, and they're dealing with that bullpen quickly. Agreed. Johnny, Pathetic performance by the Cubs yesterday. What the F are we paying Ian Happ $21 million? Ian Happ has been the dartboard this whole year for this group. It really has. He has been the dartboard. I don't know. He had a phenomenal second half, and the haters went like this. I know it's time to step up, but where's your guy who wants $400 million? It'd be nice to see that too. Progressively, we all agree with you. Tyon has been throwing the baseball very well, which is why I wanted Colin Ray to start yesterday's game. He had been throwing the ball extremely well. And then he comes in the game 3 pitchers after I expected him to. TJ says it's predictable, the same lineup. Council must think the Cubs are hitting well. Bubs, what's your thoughts about benching Braxton? I love it. We're not re-signing him anyway. Hey, I am all about week to week. No one should have a job guaranteed if your job wasn't guaranteed from the start. I love the idea. It doesn't mean he can't earn it back. I don't want to put all this on Benedict. He's not like some all-pro yet. He'd be a great find as a project. LC, on a bright note, should the Cubs go home today, we have a playoff soccer starting in a few weeks, and the Fire could get a home game. Let's pack Soldier Field. Kyle's Cap in Vegas. Is that why there was no coffee with Cap today? There was no coffee with Cap today because of the Jewish holiday, Yom Kippur. So that's why there was no coffee with Cap. Cap is going to Vegas again to celebrate his beautiful wife's birthday, but it's celebrating Yom Kippur. There was no coffee with Cap because of that. I shouldn't say celebrating. It's fasting, right? Honoring the fast. My guess is 1 to 3 runs before 2 or 3 innings, and Darvish is yanked. Josh, I wonder, Guffy, when you guys had Tom Ricketts on the show, did Godfather say some things like how much of a cheapskate? We taped that one, of course. We weren't taking you fine folks' comments. I expect Wrigley crowd to be into it. I agree. Absolutely. Maybe have Moises Ballesteros play today. Clearly not. It's not in the lineup unless he's coming in for a pinch hit. Let's see Top Guff. I want to give it to you. The Top Guff has been cold this week. Jess, I should be more excited for Thursday Night Football. Both teams 3-1. San Francisco, a great defense. Last week. LA seems to have come alive this season. Why am I not excited? Help convince me, Guff. Well, that's because Brock Purdy's out. Ricky Pearsall's out. Juwan Jennings is out. I get it. It's 8.5, by the way. What's up, Robert? What's up? Cooper Rush may be starting for the Ravens. There are a lot of teams coming up on the Bears schedule. They're going through injuries. Need my members-only hoodie, Guff. I got you. Got to drop that Ricketts of Jed post-game interview for the members. Pretty good. I think I'm going to go get some sound today. We will be live. Cap and I will be live, by the way, after the game, regardless of result. Win or loss, tune in live after the game. So 7-ish, we'll be live here on YouTube. Hooters Joliet, 2 cheeseburgers, grilled onions, boneless wings, and a Coke. Let's go. Landon loved the intensity on the post cap. We will have it again for you, win or lose. Charles, let's ride this Cubs train for as long as it goes. After all, things could be worse. I could be a White Sox. Oh, Charles, don't come in here and shit all. We got Pablo. He's a White Sox fan. He's sitting there telling you go Cubs. Come on now. Adam, if the Cubs don't get started early, Council needs a manufacturer run to jumpstart the offense before getting to the pen. I would love that. Yes, the NLDS is a 5-game series. Mason Miller could have been a Cub, but you would have probably had to get rid of Cade Horton. I don't know if you guys would have said yes to that. Certainly all your top prospects. You look at the Padres traded the number 1 prospect in baseball, number 1, and got Mason Miller. Just for the record. For the same lineup, Gripers, who do you want at third instead? Willie Castro? You want him instead of PCA in center? Thank you, Nathan. That's what I'm saying. Who do you want? Give me solutions. We're still doing, I agree. Jess loves the idea of local coffee shops. Me too. Would love to get a sponsor as well. Omar, sorry, I have a feeling the Cubs are going to... Happy is the best average player in baseball. I agree with Kyle. Watch Hap hit the game winner today. You guys better be ready to say, I might be ready. It's been a minute, but I'm going to guess what the NFL pick is. Under 43.5 or Devontae Adams over 50. Love the Devontae Adams over. You want it, Lip Ripper? I love that you go out there and guess. You're not going to... You were on the right subject, but the other way. It's the other way. I'm going over. I think the Rams get out and score today. I think the Niners are going to be playing from behind and score some points too. I like the over 44 in the Rams-Niners tonight. You see us, we're 13-9 year to date. The baseball has absolutely drilled us. We're 9-5 in football, but baseball, no more betting the Cubs Padres over. So watch today. It'll go off the charts. It'll be 4-4 in the third. And we'll be sitting there just sweating it out going, oh, God, who's next? Absolutely, Jess. Same to me. Took that intro to religions class paying. Yes, the intro to religions did pay off, Breck. What was it? Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, I think were the three. Yeah, Lip, dude. You can be a member now. And of all people, it should be you, brother. Hop on board. Become a member. Mark has a good feeling we get this one today. Probably because he's going. I can assure everyone here that it'll be 100% into loud and proud for the Cubbies. Eric, who's your guess for first in from the pen after Tyone? Wow. So assuming he pitches well. Let's assume he pitches well. It's a great question. Palencia, maybe. It could be Daniel Palencia again. We know he did it. It could be Daniel Palencia. I would think Kittredge is not your first go-to after yesterday, going back-to-back games. Guff, check out The Brood, a horror-themed coffee shop in the Avondale neighborhood on Milwaukee. Great coffee and atmosphere. Interesting. Milwaukee Brood. Are they Milwaukee fans? Maybe we'll have to get them on next week if the Cubs are still in it. Pacino said football is a game of inches, so is baseball. Claw with their fingernails for that itch. Someone needs to play desperate. Lip loves the over. Let's go. Someone needs to play. You've heard me say it before. I want to see desperation. If there's ever a time for desperation, damn it, it's now. It's now. You have the advantage of playing at home. You've earned that advantage, okay? That place, the fans will do their part. Tear the roof off of Wrigley, whatever is remaining. Be loud all damn day. You got 2 extra hours to get a couple pops in you. Gavin Sheets, pinch hit, game-winning homer. Lip ripper out here just. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Andrew, they won it within game one. They're not down 2-0 here. Tactics from game one worked. Let's try it again, Craig. That's what I was saying. I think Milwaukee Avenue and the coffee shop's brewed. What do you guys think? All right, there's the bet of the day. There is a football game tonight. The Rams and the San Francisco 49ers, the banged-up San Francisco 49ers, taking the over 44 in that game. We will be with you, guys. We will be with you. As soon as the game goes final, Cap and I will have the Cubs recap podcast for you right here. Immediately following Game 3. Cubs recap podcast with Cap. And this is Why Are We Yelling? Because it's big news. Immediately following Game 3, folks, we'll be right here for you on the channel with our thoughts. Cap, I believe, will be in Vegas with his thoughts as well. Changed his flight to get out there so we can be ready to go. You're welcome, Jess. We'll be ready for you guys. I'm ready for the therapy either way after the game. Now, and then we'll be here tomorrow, hopefully for a feel-good Friday edition of the REKAP Lunch Hour with Guff. I appreciate you guys greatly. There's no doubt about it. This community, I know you're nervous. Take a deep breath. Go touch some grass. Have a popper 3 before the game. And if you're going, hey, man, hit me up. Maybe I'll be out there and we can figure it out together. Let's see. One more time at Wrigley Field. The Cubs, the Padres, 4:08 p.m., winner take all. Winner moves on to face the Padres. Loser goes home and figures out what went wrong. Appreciate you guys greatly. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Get out and enjoy the damn weather. I keep saying it. It's October flipping 2nd, and it's 79 degrees. What a great year. What a great year. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Join us Tuesday, Downers Grove. Call them up, get a table. Let's see if you can finish it off, Cubs. See you after the game.